Sup, Don?
Sup, Cal?
I'm getting things done. Lining them up, knocking them down.
What are you knocking down?
Everything.
That sounds very violent.
Welcome to Two Awesome People, where hopefully you'll find that Don and I are awesome.
And if you don't, you're welcome to leave.
Clearly, your judgment is off.
Give us a little bit of time. Sometimes it takes a few listens.
Oh, really? You have to warm up to us?
Yeah, we're still learning what we're doing here. We're in the baby stages. We've moved from nursing and now we've taken a bottle.
So if you don't like what you hear, then just try another one on for size and see if that fits you. And if it doesn't, then you can shop elsewhere.
Go to Macy's because we're Saks Fifth Avenue.
Can't use department stores. Like, that's so dated, Don. Don't
Sorry.
even. It's all
Oh my
online.
God. Kelly, I wanted to do an episode about how dated we are.
No, that would really serve as just a source of depression for me.
Really?
I don't need a reminder of the fact that I'm getting old. I see it every day in the mirror. I feel it every day in my body. I don't need to know that my understanding of the world is also dated.
Oh my God. You do not look 42.
You're saying that because you're 42 and you have bad eyes.
Yeah. Not getting glasses can have its pluses.
If you ever get glasses, I should just hide them.
Break them on accident.
Yeah,
Oops.
it would work in my favor.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's part of getting old is that you get squinty eyes so the other person just still looks great. And you then can't hear, so then they sound great too.
It makes marriages last.
I do think an outdated episode would be very interesting because I tell you, trying to keep up with these trends is crazy.
These youngins.
I think that leads somewhat to our topic today. Today, we're a little late to the party because we're a little out of date. Our topic is a functional freeze, which apparently was a big topic like a couple months ago.
I had no idea. I had never heard of it.
I had never heard of it either. And then I read an article and it's like a thing.
You wanted to do this topic because you felt, or perhaps still feel, that you were suffering from one, right?
Recently, I was just feeling meh, very mid. And then I came across this article about a functional freeze. Maybe this is what I'm feeling at this moment. I am now, I think, out of it. It only lasted for a few days. Maybe it was a funk.
I think that this is just like a TikTok term for a funk. You can talk about it from your perspective because you felt that you were experiencing this. And I will just ask questions because I can't say that I have ever felt this way before. I can get overwhelmed and stressed, but I don't freeze up as a result of it. I think that just has to do with your own defense mechanism. You were a little zombie-ish for a period of time, I would say.
I was walking around the house into walls, not knowing what's going on or where to go. I'd scare the shit out of the kids because they were like, what's wrong with Dad?
No, it's just when you get...
I was trying to just make a joke off of the zombie.
It was hilarious. When you get into a funk, it's very clear on your face. This cloud comes over your face. And so I immediately am like, what's going on? What's wrong? What's bothering you? Which probably just makes it worse. But I can't be with you having that face and have you say nothing because it's so obvious that something is wrong.
That's just my normal face, Kelly. God, I'm sorry. Maybe we need to break your glasses. Maybe you need to get a little hazy eyed so that then you'll be like, oh, Dawn's face is beautiful. No, you're right.
Yes, thank you. Look at that. How easy was that to say?
You're right. What you just described almost is exactly the symptoms of a functional freeze, which the symptoms of a functional freeze include feeling numb, in a fog, tired, or withdrawn.
Is that how you were feeling?
Yeah. I think that we all feel this at some point.
What does it mean to be numb? To feel numb? Because that is a little bit of a foreign concept to me. I've gotten to points where I feel overwhelmed or anxious or stressed, But to me, that's the opposite of numb because you're still feeling things, in fact, at like a heightened rate.
Basically, with the functional freeze, if you have extended periods of stress or panic, like you're saying, you then get to the point where your body starts to shut down and you don't feel anything. Then it's just like, whatever. If the mortgage doesn't get paid, who gives a shit? The point of not even feeling that stressed anymore, because apparently it's a mechanism for your body to protect itself from prolonged periods of stress or anxiety or something like that. See, we should have had a
This is
expert.
a real thing. It
Yeah.
just sounds like a fast food description of depression. It's like depression light. That's what this sounds like to me.
This is skinny depression here.
Yeah, it's like depression's little brother is functional freeze.
I think with depression, when
I'm
you
just
sit
going to
there,
keep on calling it depressed.
it's
That's all.
not depression. You're going to get all sorts of crazy comments online and people being like, she's unsympathetic. It's not depression. That's the big thing to me as well.
Okay. I apologize for being unsympathetic. I am very sympathetic. I just think that all of those descriptions also would fall into the depression column.
When people think of depression, they think of not getting out of bed, unable to eat, being shut off from the world completely. The functional freeze, it's like, well, they're kind of going about everything they would normally go through, but just a little withdrawn, a little bit in a fog. Once again, I am not an expert.
You're not an expert, but you self-diagnosed yourself a few days ago with having this. So you can talk about what you were experiencing and
Self-diagnosis.
how your super annoying wife probably brought it on.
Brought what on?
Your functional freeze.
No.
Can you have a dysfunctional freeze?
I don't.
What would
I
be
wouldn't.
dysfunctional?
What? Now you're just getting very weird. I don't even know a dysfunctional freeze.
You know,
I don't know.
maybe a dysfunctional freeze is depression.
That might be true. I think that's part of why it's called functional freeze, is that you still are functioning. That's the
Right.
difference with depression. You're just kind of frozen. You're in this numbness and you continue your daily activities, even social events, but you feel disconnected. And that's different than
Right.
depression. And I think that's what I feel sometimes. I think that everybody feels this, to be honest, at points, especially as you enter middle age.
Yeah. Well, because also middle age, well, really even young adults too, you're met with a lot of expectations and responsibilities. And I think probably at any point when you're experiencing high levels of stress, this probably can be brought on. What is the next thing?
Overthinking small decisions, feeling disconnected or numb, constant fatigue without clear cause. I think mine is more related to stress from work or stress from
Yeah.
family. Parenting functional freeze is a thing as well.
I can completely get behind that.
You get that one.
I do get that one because your kids drain you a lot psychologically, physically, emotionally. And so, yeah, I mean, your tank could be empty for a period of time. And at the same time, you're still a parent. So even though your tank is empty, you still have to run, basically. You're just running on fumes. You're just
Sure.
like running on empty. So that's all it is.
You're sputtering. You're.
Yes. Good job, Dawn. That was a good sound effect. That was.
I
yeah,
want to make
you don't
sound
need to do it
effects.
again, though.
I want to make sound effects a thing here. Like it'll be like, oh, that's the podcast where they make sound effects.
You have to like buy things like a horn and
No.
slide whistle.
Oh no, these sound effects have to be all from our mouths.
Oh, I'm not very good at that. I don't think I could do that.
You can
But
try.
you can keep trying, and then you could just be that guy who does that.
Like the guy from Police Academy.
That was a dated reference. If you want to talk about being dated, Dawn, that movie is freaking old. Is that a movie or is that a TV show?
It's a movie. You start as a parent operating from a state of just exhaustion and almost overwhelm. And so your nervous system starts to go into fight or flight mode where you keep doing what you're doing, but you become emotionally detached.
How long do these generally last in your research? When you were like funked out and feeling this way, it was pretty much just a day.
It also could have just been I was hungover.
Was it after you went out? I don't remember how days work. I don't know
So
which came first.
that would be a mild, like your days are all starting to blend together and you're losing the joy for every day. And it's just
Oh,
like,
I'm
here we
Dawn,
go.
I am full of joy. I am full of joy.
You are full of joy.
I just don't know what day came before what day. That's all. Joyous but dumb.
That's not dumb. You're just blissfully walking through the haze.
I guess so. That's all I can do.
Parents face a mix of low grade ongoing stressors: the lack of autonomy, relentless societal pressure, the juggling of demands without adequate support, the pressure to be emotionally available, physically present, financially responsible, socially engaged. Oh my
I mean,
God, just
the
reading
list
that list
goes
overloads
on
me.
and on,
How are we not overloaded?
right? It's like, don't you want to have another kid?
Let's add to this.
Let's take all of this on. That sounds awesome.
Well, and I think probably more than ever, away from the parental one, the functioning freeze is hitting society a little bit, maybe because of COVID and because of politics, negative news cycles, because of social media. It's relentless, and your nervous system's like, I can't handle all this negativity. And how do I get out of this? And how do I reset?
Did you do something to reset the other day?
So, one of the things is grounding yourself, engaging your senses to reconnect with the present. And I think after I work out, I sit down at my desk and I work in a tank top and
So is this
what?
your sense of touch? Like you're
I think that
feeling?
basically wearing a tank top and not wearing shoes and rubbing my feet on the ground help.
I'm just like thinking if you were a doctor and somebody came in with this problem, you would prescribe to them that they take their shoes off and they feel the ground on their feet and
And they
that you
wear a
take
tank
your
top.
shirt off. Yeah, you would be the worst doctor in the world.
So you're
Um,
feeling functional freeze.
yeah,
Take your shirt off, wear a tank top.
and feel the ground on your feet. That's very hippy dippy and woo woo sounding. But I get it. That is you. That is your you time. Like, that is you pampering yourself. Like, for me, I might like paint my nails. But for you, it's a little bit more, um, all I can say is hippy dippy and woo woo. It's very
I
down to earth. It's very,
Grounded.
yes.
That's the
Yeah.
number one thing to do to getting out of it is grounding yourself. I think me time is different. Yes, that's also important. But what you do with that time, if I'm going to sit on my phone and scroll or answer emails, like that's still different.
That wouldn't help you pull out of that at all. I mean, I know that you're doing this while you're working, but I would say you have to disconnect from your responsibilities in some respect and connect with what makes you comfortable. You were doing both simultaneously.
Yes. That's called multitasking, Kelly. Part of it is that you can't jump out of the cycle. You still got to go to work. You still got to be a parent. And so
Right.
you don't get an extended me time. So that's where I think like actually attacking these things in the middle of the rhythm, changing how I'm working to ground myself.
Because work was the source of the stress that probably brought this on, too.
Maybe.
Oh,
I
I thought
actually
that it
think it's
was. It's actually you, Kelly. It's you.
no. I think sometimes it's family. So
Sure.
with the kids in 8th grade and 4th grade, it's a lot. And I think that everything becomes I can't say anything right as a dad. Everything I say is wrong and I get yelled at constantly. And it's just then I find myself
You're saying puberty in them has brought this on in you?
probably more likely, yeah.
That's awesome. So their emotional turmoil is actually impacting you.
I
So then think about it from my perspective, Dawn. That means that I'm in a house where the other 3 occupants are going through emotional turmoil.
yeah.
That's fun. That's really fun for me. Thank you.
But you probably are as well.
This is like an intervention, and you think I'm in denial. That's what this is.
No. I'm
Oh,
saying that this is something that's probably untalked about. When your kids go through puberty and they're freaking demons to you, how
right.
that causes you to withdraw from them. I don't think you're putting me in the functional freeze. They are. Everybody talks about babies and toddlers, but nobody talks about when your dude becomes 6 foot and is crying and like, has hair all over the place and doesn't know what the hell's going on. And he's an asshole to you, but needs you to hug him.
My perception of puberty and how it's affecting their relationship with us and talking to friends whose kids are going through the same thing, I feel like the kid singles out one parent. And that parent gets all of the, is it pronounced
Dumb.
vitriol? Directed at them. It's kind of like a good cop, bad cop situation. Nate has picked you, Dawn. Congratulations to
I'm a
be on the
winner.
receiving end of a lot of that. And then I am more like the hand holder.
Fuck, we learned a lot here.
You have to think about it too from like the kids' perspective. They can't isolate both parents from them. They really need to have one. The other ones, they get it less because they're relied on for reassurance.
It totally makes sense. And it makes
Yeah.
sense that the boys do it to their fathers and the girls do it to their mothers.
I think Connor's going to do it to me.
Well, Connor's just an asshole to both of us. He's just like, screw you both. When your kid's just dumping on you and it puts you in a parenting freeze,
It's like this
give
constant
each
push
other
and pull.
space.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like an abusive relationship. It's just wearing on you.
absolutely. Now my kid is as big as I am. And basically, I can't say anything without him jumping on me. And eventually, you just stop talking.
You just go through a full day without talking to him.
No, talking to anybody.
So it shuts you down from like any
Yeah,
communication because you feel like anything you say is wrong or bad.
totally.
I
And it's
can see
exhausting.
you feeling that way, but it's not true. It's like the kid goes through puberty, but something needs to be said for what the parents go through also.
Oh my God, speak the truth.
Okay, I will.
Use your soapbox, preach.
I don't know what the term would be. I bet you could Google it, and I bet that there is some sort of terminology for the transition that parents go through at the same time as their kid.
Is your teenager an abusive asshole? Yes.
I don't know. I think it could be worse,
Of course, he's a wonderful kid and absolutely fantastic.
but he's a real piece of work.
I don't think there's a lot of people anywhere that talk about what it's like to have kids that are 6 feet tall and acting like 5-year-olds.
I just think that it's super important to maintain an open dialogue. That's all that I try to do. You have to talk to them like it's some kind of after school special. You're just very gentle in what you say and you're very
You're
understanding.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes, but you are still speaking truth and saying, like, you need to be nicer.
You know, I also have to realize where it's at.
You have to be understanding of
I have to be an
the
adult.
cause and yeah, you can't have your feelings hurt too much.
It does sometimes hurt your feelings. As a parent, your kid can totally hurt your feelings.
So I guess that is probably a big cause of any sort of functional freeze.
God, this is just making me into a giant pussy. Buck
Man
up.
up, dude. Be a freaking parent.
Your 8th grader's just running over you. God, put him in his place.
It's okay, Dawn. I don't judge you. It's fine. But other people might.
The functional freeze, an internal shutdown, disconnection, a lack of motivation, trouble making decisions, fatigue.
I would treat it with a cocktail.
Don't know if that's what you're supposed to do.
You're right. What you're supposed to do is take your shoes off and your shirt off and just feel the air and the ground beneath your feet. But I would suggest doing that with a cocktail in your hand.
Yeah, but that's
Medicating.
Yeah.
You could go from a functional freezer to a functional alcoholic.
God. These are real dark problems that you're making light of.
We would be terrible doctors. That's all.
We know what we're going through and we know what we would do for ourselves, but we're terrible doctors.
Yeah, but we're not doctors.
We're not doctors.
Do you want to do a word association, Dawn?
God, yeah.
Okay, let's do stress.
I think I was already thinking this ahead of time, but it made me feel like saying fart.
So that's weird, and I don't understand it, and I think you should pick another one.
Well, if you have a large fart, it relieves the stress out of your back sometimes.
Are you adding that to the treatment plan for a functional freeze? Is that what you're saying? I think that you've added that to the plan.
Let's see if you can regain your smell.
That is terrible. I think of just work, just like having a lot to do. That's
See,
all.
but that doesn't always make me stressed out because sometimes when there's a lot to do, it can be
Buckle
fun.
down and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get it done and then you feel like super accomplished.
Or if you're motivated, then a list of things can be great. Stress. I think that stress in the family is very different than stress financially or stress in the relationship.
I don't enjoy being around you when you are functionally frozen because that puts like a weird tension in the air. So next time it happens to you and I see that fog over your face, I see the cloud over you, I'm just going to point at you and I'm going to say, take off your shirt and take off your shoes and go outside.
Go roll around in the mud for a little bit.
Maybe I'll just throw dirt at you.
Yeah,
Be
throw
like, is
dirt
that
at
better?
me. You've never felt this?
I don't remember ever getting to a point of feeling numb. I genuinely do not.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Sucks for you.
So you never said, oh, you did tell me your stress.
Yeah, I just think of a big to-do list.
Hilarious.
You know what, Dawn? There is value in things that aren't funny, too. I have the ability to say things that mean something. They are not always for the purpose of a chuckle.
I appreciate that. I just can't believe you've never felt this.
Don't worry. One day, I will have a fog over my face and I will stare blankly at you.
I'll put on my glasses and be like, is that you, Kelly?
And you will know, oh, she is suffering from a functional freeze.
And then what would you want me to do?
Give me a cocktail.
It actually says prioritize fresh air.
You could just shove me outside. Lock the door.
I have a question. When is it appropriate to wear a tank top?
I think that you could very comfortably and very appropriately wear a tank top out in Hawaii.
Okay, so can I wear it to the elementary school?
I don't think that you should do that. You can do that. You're welcome to do that.
But then you're that person wearing a tank top?
You will be referred to and probably spoken to about it too, I would think.
What if it's just really hot?
When it's been like really hot, I've picked up Connor without a bra on. I mean, it's like you do what you got to do to survive. If it's really hot and you cannot function otherwise, then sure, have your
Well,
guns out. It just has to do with where you are. I think that we live in an urban environment, so it's a little different.
then the beach of Hawaii, of course it's different.
You asked a question and I answered it. You don't need to get mad about the answer that I gave.
So basically, your answer is that you can never wear tank top around here. Where can I wear my banana hammock?
I don't think that you could wear that anywhere. Yeah. Nope. Did you love anything, Dawn, when you were suffering from a functional freeze? I know what you should say you love. You should
Oh.
say a tank top.
I do love a tank top.
Uh,
I love LA. LA is the tits.
Interesting. Why now are we saying this?
LA is massively shit on. It gets put through all sorts of stuff, news headlines, natural disasters. And really, it's a fascinating place with fascinating people who are ambitious and doing interesting things. And I think LA has its ups and its downs, but it's really a interesting, fun place, I think.
So you love LA. That's a nice one.
You got to have grit and you got to be tough to be in LA.
What you're saying is probably true of a lot of big cities. You're a small fish in a big pond, and you have to work even harder to survive, basically.
It's like what Jay-Z says. If
Oh,
I can make it
goodness.
here, I can make it anywhere.
And yet, it's not about LA.
No, that is not about LA.
It's not really like what he says. Well,
So that's my
okay.
loved. What's your loved?
I love how I've been spending my time lately. I am doing work for the elementary school and it's not really stressing me out and I'm still getting it done. That's a pretty big accomplishment for me because last year at this time, I think I was pretty frazzled. So I am actually a little proud of myself, Dawn, if I can be honest.
Woo woo! Pump your own horn.
Yeah, I'll pump my horn.
Honk? Well, I was thinking
Toot.
like a train horn.
You
Pull?
toot.
Oh, you toot your own horn.
Yes.
Oh, shit. I'm so bad at those sayings.
That's okay. I'll pump it. um, well, I just love how life is balanced at the moment, which is a shame because for you, it's not balanced and you're freezing out. But on the other side of this marriage, it's going great.
At least one side's going great.
I just think that volunteering is important because I think your kids appreciate it too.
Right.
They see how you spend your time. And if it's important to you, it becomes important to them.
Bam.
Is there something that you want to love, Dawn?
Yes.
Let's hear what you want to love.
I'm going to go see Weapons, the movie, tomorrow, and I want to love it. I'm a little scared, but I have been loving going to the movie theater, and I want to continue my movie theater love.
You'll have to tell me how it ends because I'll never, ever see it in my whole long-legged life.
Your whole long-legged life. Do you have long legs?
That's like that song from like when you're little. Have you ever in your long-legged life? You
Never
don't know
heard
that
that song.
song? Okay,
Nope.
I'll sing it for you later.
Nope. Sing it now.
Seen a long-legged sailor and his long-legged wife. Okay, anyways, mine is similar to yours, but mine is TV related.
Tell me.
And I would really like to love The Bear because we don't have a TV show to watch right now.
Yes. Like every time I try to start a new TV show, I'm like, it's all meh. It's all I'll stick to my triple D.
Yeah. Or I would love to watch a stand up. It's always easier when you and I both like whatever it is that we're watching.
Well, that's like why I have to go watch horror movies with my friends because that's not a Kelly.
No.
Hell no.
That's like super spicy food, like really spicy food. I don't understand why you do that to yourself. Why would you, A, watch a movie that terrifies you to your core? Like, what is fun about that? And then B, why would you eat food that is so spicy it injures you. Like your mouth and your throat, it's like torturing yourself. And so, yes, if Don wants to have very spicy food or go see a scary movie, he's on his own.
Life questions from Kelly.
Life questions from Kelly would be summed up with why?
Yeah.
Why? It's like, why do you bungee jump? Like,
Well, for the thrill.
Is eating spicy food thrilling?
No, that's why I'm saying I understand bungee jumping, but I really do like spicy food.
I think it's like an adrenaline rush. And I do think spicy food gives you a bit of an adrenaline rush because it's almost like you're conquering it. Like, maybe that would be a good solution to a functional freeze, too. Maybe you have to awaken your taste buds and you need to go eat something really spicy.
Love that. The way to get out of a functional freeze, go eat something super spicy.
Maybe see a scary movie, too.
True. Makes you feel alive.
There you go. I brought it full circle there for you.
You're like one of those really smart people.
One of those?
Yeah.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah, you're one of them. Those like bring it full circle people.
It's been lovely chatting with you, Don.
Yes. And if you do have functional freeze and it's pretty intense, you should go see a therapist or get true medical help. Not joking.
I'm very sorry that I laughed. It's just funny that that's the oh, by the way at the end.
I feel the need. It's a very serious topic, and we're expressing our experience with the topic. But if you really, truly are like deep into it,
of course.
It's not an of course.
Dawn, if you are deep into it, you should not be listening to Dawn and Kelly shoot the shit. No, absolutely
I disagree.
not.
Why?
Okay.
Our whole goal here is to bring happiness and joy and laughter and discussions and connections. This is a great spot.
But don't listen to us for advice on it. You can listen to us for other purposes, but we are not at all equipped for advice on it.
If you are feeling a functional freeze, come to Two Awesome People because maybe we'll help you work through a little bit of it with some laughter. I don't know.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Bye, Dawn.
There you go. Bye, Kelly.